Hey, Napa girl. How we doing back there? We in focus? You in focus? You ready to go? Okay, cool. What's up, you guys? Welcome back. If you're new, welcome. My name is Devin. I hope that you will consider sticking around and subscribing. And if you're not new, as always, welcome back. You know I love you. So, a few things on the agenda for today's video. So, first of all, as you can see by the title, today's video is going to be the One Dip Makeup Challenge. So, I've seen this challenge floating around YouTube recently and it's been really fun. I think the first person that I watched that I saw do it was Juicy Jazz, and I actually think that this challenge was started 2 years ago, if I'm not mistaken, by a YouTuber named Lauren9to5. So that's going to be today's video, and then I also just want to give you guys a quick life update. I know I'm a small channel and probably not that many of you care, but for those of you that do come back and watch my channel over and over, I just want to explain to you what's been going on, why I've been quiet on YouTube, and what's going on in my life. So if you're interested in all of that, let's get right into the video. So it's been a little bit since I have posted here on YouTube. I was taking a little break for a couple reasons. The first one is that I've been wanting to kind of rethink my strategy, rethink my content. I wanted to take some time to think about my strategy, think about the videos that I want to produce and the content that I want to produce, and just kind of like what I want my channel to be moving forward. And I feel like I was struggling a little bit with where I wanted to go with things, and I was just kind of throwing videos out willy-nilly without much of a purpose behind them, if that makes sense. So I decided to take a little break. I've been working with my sister a lot. She's been helping me think about like content strategy for Instagram and YouTube and stuff like that, so that's been helpful. So that's the first reason that I've been taking a little bit of a break. The second reason, which is my bigger update, is that Sean and I actually have decided to relocate. So in 2 weeks, we are going to be packing up and moving down to Tampa, Florida. So it was something that we've been talking about for several months now, and ever since we made the decision, we've been setting all of the wheels in motion to be able to actually make it happen. So that has been taking up a lot of my time as well. There's been a whole bunch of things that we've had to kind of get straightened out in order to prepare for the move. And I just felt like I needed a little bit of a break from YouTube, from Instagram, and from like social media as a whole. So that's what I've been up to. I am extremely excited about this move. Moving is something that, like, relocating is something that I have always wanted to do, especially somewhere further south, near a beach, a warm climate, and Sean was on board to relocate as well. So that has been our focus over the past couple of months. We are very, very excited. I feel like the pandemic has been crazy for everyone. For me personally, it's definitely been a time of a lot of anxiety and emotions and some depression, right? And I don't say that like for sympathy, I say that just because I'm sure there are some of you watching this video that can relate to that. But on a more positive note, it's also been a time of introspection for me, and I've really had a lot of time to reflect, as I'm sure, again, a lot of you can relate, on like, what do I really want to do? What are the things that are important to me? What are my goals? And like, just what are the things that I want to do in my life so that I don't have any regrets later on? So anyway, that's the sitch. I've talked a lot after I said that this is going to be a short update. Nothing is ever short with me because I love to talk. Thank you guys so much for sitting through that. If you have come back to my channel, even though I haven't posted in a little while, thank you also for that. It means so much to me. I really want to go places with this channel. So now that all of that is out of the way, let's talk about this makeup challenge. So if you're not familiar, it literally, I mean, I feel like the title is pretty self-explanatory. It is the One Dip Makeup Challenge. So what it means is that if I'm using an eyeshadow palette, I can take my brush and dip into the eyeshadow one time, and then that's all I'm allowed to use for that step. Seems simple. For somebody like me, that's going to be very challenging because I have a heavy hand with makeup. This is going to be very interesting for me, and I'm just hoping that I can come out on the other side with somewhat of a cohesive look. So without further ado, let's get started. I'm going to start off with eyes. You guys will also have to excuse my hair. I sat down to film and realized that I hadn't even done my hair yet. Like, I got everything set up and then I was like, wait, My hair's still wet. So it's gonna stay like this until we finish our makeup, then I'll pop off and do my hair. So let's start off with eyeshadow primer. So I'm gonna use the e.l.f. Putty Eye Primer. I think this is in the shade Rose. So I would normally use my finger for this step, but because it's the one dip challenge, my strategy is going to be to use a like bigger concealer, like a flat brush like this, and try to get as much out of here as possible in one dip. So here we go. I'm nervous. This now has to last me on both eyes. Oh, I didn't clean up my brows either. Oh well. You guys are just getting the real, raw, natural me today. This is quarantine me. This is how I've looked for the majority of the past like 7 or 8 months. Okay, so I would normally use so much more eyeshadow primer than that. I feel like there's like nothing really on my eyelids right now. So I was thinking to myself as I was trying to figure out what eyeshadow palette I wanted to use for this, I was thinking to myself like what, because I don't have anything new to use today. I do have a couple new palettes coming in the mail. They were supposed to be delivered today, but I haven't gotten them yet. So I decided, you know what, let me play it safe. Let me go for a palette that I know is going to give me pigment. So I am pulling out my Jackie Aina ABH palette today because I just felt like these palettes would give me the best bang for my buck here. So I'm gonna grab a Morphe M573 for my crease, and I'm gonna start off with this shade right here. It's called Ginger. Did you see that? I almost touched it. Almost cheated there, guys. All right, so I'm gonna take this brush and I'm going to just really get a good dip. I'm so nervous. I'm not even gonna tap off the excess. So this is gonna go right in the crease here. So I'm gonna place a little bit here, and I'm gonna place a little bit over here. Not bad. Definitely a lot lighter and a lot less eyeshadow than I would use, but it's not necessarily in a bad way. It just looks softer. So I'm not that upset yet. I think I'm gonna go into edges now. This is on a BH Cosmetics. This is like their Marble Luxe collection, I think, and this is the number 8 brush. Oh, I totally just messed that up. Okay, this is difficult. Okay, guys, this is very difficult. I'm gonna put that brush down since I totally just cheated. I'm gonna take a different brush. So I'm gonna go into edges and not cheat this time. So I'm just gonna really wiggle it in there. And again, I'm not gonna tap that product off. I'm just gonna start building that right into my outer corner. So we're going to put a little here and a little here. And then as I pack that on, I'm gonna work that into the crease as well. Okay guys, this is crazy, but I have a little fallout right here. So I'm gonna try to pick it up and get it on my brush. That was a terrible idea. I'll have to clean that up later. This is definitely a challenge where my obsessive blending works in my favor, because that's what you have to do to be able to kind of spread this product out and make it go as far as you need it to so that we don't look a mess. All right, let's do the lid shade next. So I'm gonna go into this shade down here. It's called Zam. And I'm just gonna really get in there. And I wanna give this a spray. So it's just gonna get one spray. So this is gonna go on the lid. Okay, so that's definitely not nearly as like bright and shimmery as I would normally want it to be, but that's okay. We haven't completely failed yet. So I'm gonna take this shade right here called Dwalas. I'm gonna take the same brush, that's not cheating, right? I'm using a different color. And I'm gonna do the same thing. So I'm just gonna really try to get my brush in there. Ugh, I don't feel like that did anything. Okay, and I'm gonna use that kind of like in the center of my lid. Alright, and then before we move on, I do want to do a little bit more work in the outer corner just to deepen things up a little bit. So I'm going to take the shade Cry That, I'm going to take it on a smaller brush, and I think I'm going to try to like get it on the top of the brush. So once again, I'm just going to wiggle it in there. It's still one dip. It's still one dip. I haven't lifted it up yet. Alright, and I'm going to pack that into the very outer corner. So we'll do a little bit here. And we'll do a little bit on this side. And from here, we're just gonna start working it up and blending it out. Okay, I'm gonna go back into that brush that we used for edges earlier. There's nothing else on this. I'm just going to use that to blend out my crease a little bit more. And then same thing with that first brush that we used, again, not putting anything else on it, just using it to blend. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and clean up with a makeup wipe, and then we'll move on to the face for now. For primer today, I'm going to use my e.l.f. Jelly Pop Dew Primer. I love this. Smells like watermelon. It's great. It's almost done, but I only get to use one pump of this today, and I definitely use at least like 2 or 3. So we'll see how this goes. Just so you guys know I'm not cheating. There's one pump, and I'm going to get the excess off of there. Ooh, okay, let's rub this in real good. Alright, I think I must have had something like makeup on my fingers or something, because now there's a big stripe in the center of my forehead. What the heck is that? That's alright, we'll cover it with foundation, it's fine. So once again, definitely not as much as I would normally use, but that being said, I feel like I was able to cover the center of my face, like my T-zone, which I think is the most important to prime, but I definitely really wasn't able to reach kind of out around the edges of my face with the primer. But I think we'll still be okay.
Hey guys, Editing Devin here. So I'm popping in because my first take at foundation for this was a complete fail. The color was completely off, so I decided to wipe it off and try again. So I just wanted to pop in and let you guys know that in case the things that I'm saying in the next few clips as I'm applying my foundation don't really make sense. I didn't want to show the part where I messed up and then show the part where I redid it because it would be too long. So just wanted to let you know.
Alright, so trying again with foundation. Again, this is the Becca Skin Love foundation. I don't think I mentioned the shades before, so this is in the shade Buff. So let's do one solid pump of that and see if we have any more luck with not looking like a ghost. It is Halloween when I'm filming this, but I still don't want to look like a ghost. Alright, so honestly I feel like that still looks a little bit light. It looks better, but I don't know. I've been trying to scrub off my self-tan, but I guess I haven't scrubbed it off completely yet. But this definitely looks better than that last one, so we'll keep it. We'll go with it. Let's move on. For concealer, I'm going to use my L'Oreal Infallible Concealer. This is in the shade Vanilla. I think it's going to be pretty light still, but at this point, this is a mess, so we might as well just keep going. So let me do that again. So one dip. So I'm just gonna go into that, and then I'm gonna kind of dot under my eyes here. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna have an issue with this because this is pretty full coverage. So maybe I can kind of cheat with the concealer here, although this again is gonna make me look really, really fair. So I better hope that we come through with the bronzer here in a second. Oh man, I look so pale. But this is definitely helping add on some of the coverage. Is it cheating if I spot conceal? Is it cheating if I use another concealer to spot conceal? Because that's what I would do, right? I would use a lighter concealer to do my under eyes, and then I would use a different color concealer to spot conceal on the rest of my face. All right, hopefully this isn't cheating, but at this point I'm trying to save this face with makeup so that I don't look like a psycho. So I'm gonna spot conceal. So I'm gonna use this guy. This is the Hydrating Camo Concealer from e.l.f. and it's in the shade Medium Sand, which is what I normally use to spot conceal when I have a little bit of a tan. So one dip. So I'm gonna use this to spot conceal down around my chin where some of these breakouts are. And I like to get some extra coverage around my nose as well. And then I'm gonna really try to scrape it off the back of my hand and try to get my forehead, but I don't know, you guys. Like I said, I think we're just gonna really have to depend on the bronzer here. Next up, we have powder. So I'm gonna use my Beauty Bakery Flower Setting Powder. This is in the shade Oat. It's their translucent color. I'm going to take my powder brush, as I normally would. Oh, this is gonna be challenging. Maybe I should use, Alright, I'm actually going to use a slightly smaller brush because I just realized I'm going to have to try to set my under eyes and the rest of my face with one dip. I'm going to get in here and swirl around. Okay, and there's my dip. So let's get some on the forehead here. Oh my gosh, powder's just going everywhere. Oh goodness, I look so pale. All right, we gotta get on to bronzer here. For bronzer, I'm gonna go into my trusty MAC Give Me Sun because quite honestly, I really need it to give me some sun right now, some fake sun. So I'm gonna take my bronzer brush and I'm gonna really swirl it around in there. Oh man. Oh boy. All right, I think this I might need to actually tap off a little bit. And we're gonna try to bronze up the face with this. Alright, I mean, I guess that helped a little bit, but I definitely just look like I have like an orange stripe down my nose right now. Oh gosh, I'm failing so hard at this, at this challenge right now. Well, it just goes to show you, some of us aren't meant to use one dip, some of us are meant to use 5. Like, do I even want to bother with contour at this point, or do I just want to get this over with? Ugh, gosh, guys, you probably can't even tell on camera because the light washes me out a little bit, but this looks really bad. All right, I think I do want to do a little bit of contour just kind of to keep going as I would normally do my makeup. So I'm going to take this Colourpop bronzer. This is the shade Coconut Beach. It's definitely way more of a cool tone bronzer than the MAC Give Me Sun. So I've been trying this out lately for contour. So I am going to take this brush right here. And once again, I'm just going to get as good of a dip as I can get and see how we do. So I'm just gonna go ahead and place this directly under the cheekbone and hope that we can kind of blend it out evenly here. I just had to take Napa out for a walk because she had to go to the bathroom and she was whining her little face off, weren't you? Yeah, you are. So I came back in and I washed my hands when we came back in, and I was looking at my face in the bathroom mirror. And of course I saw a neighbor in the elevator when I literally look crazy with this face and makeup right now. But I was looking at my makeup in the bathroom mirror and it doesn't look as bad as I feel like it looks like right here under this light. I don't really know if that's a good thing or not. Yeah, I don't know, you guys. I mean, I'm gonna follow through, but I think I might be accepting defeat. At this point, this looks so bad. For blush, I'm going to use this guy. Again, this is another go-to for me. This is my Colourpop Fresh and Peachy. So I'm going to grab a blush brush and I'm just going to dip, and that's going to go on the apples of my cheeks. Oh, I forgot highlighter. What am I doing? Oh man, I'm all types of thrown off with this challenge. I don't know if I can save this look, guys. I really don't. Like, did that even do anything? I'm not sure. For a highlight, I'm going to use my Anastasia and Reezy highlighter. Once again, just going to really get in there. And I'm going to apply that to the cheeks. All right, let's move on to brows. So this is my Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade. This is in the shade Dark Brown. Truthfully, I used to use this all the time. I have not been using it a lot recently at all because I've been using a pencil and I've just been preferring a pencil. But you can't really do one dip with a pencil, you know what I mean? That's kind of hard. So I'm gonna do one dip with this. So I'm gonna take my brush, So there's one dip, so I'm gonna put that on the back of my hand. And typically I don't use too much of this anyway, so I feel like this will probably be more than enough. Okay, so yeah, this product is really intense, and you can see I still have plenty left on the back of my hand. So there was definitely more than enough of this product in one dip. And I actually kind of forgot, because I am used to using a pencil like and I've been doing my brows lighter, how intense this product is. So yeah, I got a pretty bold brow just from that one dip. So if you've never used this product before, just know it's not for the faint of heart. For brow gel, I'm going to use the Colourpop Brow Boss Gel. This is in the shade Clear. I actually don't really like this, but I can't find my Benefit brow gel right now. I definitely took it with me when we were in California last week, but I literally don't know where it is. So I'm going to use this. The reason that I don't really like it, hold on, there's my one dip. The reason that I don't really like it is because it says clear, but it's actually like, it's like white, and I feel like it makes my brows look white. But I do feel like it has a decent amount of hold to it, and it's not shiny. It almost has more of like it has definitely a matte finish, and I feel like that's kind of weird to say like a matte brow gel finish, because you don't really think of brow gel as being like matte or shiny or whatever, but it definitely does. So I feel like it has good hold to it. I just really don't like the color. And I also don't love the brush. It kind of gets a lot on there. And then I feel like I have to kind of dab my brows like this to spread it out so they don't look white. But that being said, for the purposes of this, actually working out pretty well because there is a lot of product on there. So I don't have to double dip. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and curl my lashes to prep for mascara and then lashes. And then for mascara today, I'm gonna use my Benefit Bad Gal Bang. So swirl it around, and there's my dip. I also cannot wait to do my hair after this, because I just feel a whole hot mess right now. For lashes, I'm going to use my favorite Kiss 11s. I'm going to pop off camera and do that, and I'll be right back. So to finish up this look, all that we're left with is lips. So I think the obvious choice here is to go with a liquid lipstick, because you can actually dip into it as opposed to like a stick, like a tube lipstick where you can't really dip. So this is my trusty Colourpop liquid lipstick. This is the Ultra Matte Lip in the shade Fuego. This is actually drying out a little bit, and I need to get a new one. I absolutely 110% will be repurchasing this. This is for sure my most used nude liquid lipstick. I absolutely love the color. I love the way it wears, and I wear it all the time. So let's get in there. And there's our one dip. I'm not gonna do a lip liner, so pray for me. Okay, not bad, not bad. And I do think I want to add a little bit of gloss and moisture to the lips, so I'm going to finish off with this guy. This is again from Colourpop. It is from the Frozen collection. It was paired with the Anna palette in the collection, and it is called Free Spirit. Just a great, like, non-shimmery nude lip gloss. Oh, okay, that was one dip. You all saw it, right? I'm running out. Alright you guys, I'm going to pop off camera really quick. I'm going to dry and straighten my hair, and then we'll come back and assess the situation and discuss this challenge. Alright you guys, I've dried and straightened my hair, and we are back, and I just realized we do technically have one more step in the makeup process that I haven't done yet, and that is setting spray. Now, to be quite honest with you, I really don't even see a point in attempting this, because we all know that one spray of setting spray is not going to do anything, especially not for me. I like to bathe in setting spray when I'm done doing my makeup, but just for the sake of the challenge, I'm going to take my Colourpop Pretty Fresh, what does this say? Hyaluronic Setting Mist, and I'm going to demonstrate one spray for you. Yeah, I mean, clearly, like, I'm like, let me use like 5 to 10 sprays of setting spray just to make sure I really get everything nice and set and melted together. But anyway, that was my one spray to finish off this challenge. So here we are with the finished look. I will say at the very end, it doesn't look terrible. It definitely doesn't look as bad as I thought it was going to when we were back in like the foundation and powder and bronzer stage. I really didn't think I was going to be able to come back from that, but overall I'd say we're okay. We made it. So with all that being said, that is going to be the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it was fun to watch. I will say I guess it was fun to do, but it was also pretty frustrating and stressful to do for me. I am definitely not a light-handed person. I don't plan on cutting back on the amount of product that I use anytime soon. I like to use a lot of makeup, but hey, it was fun to do a challenge, and I definitely have enjoyed watching the videos that other creators have made with this challenge as well. So before you leave, if you have made it this far and you have not already subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below and hit that notification bell so that you don't miss any of my future uploads. You can also follow me on Instagram. I am at devdevgregs over there as well. And with that, I will catch you in my next video. Mwah. Love you. Bye.